Ladies and gents, welcome back. Twitter is about to get a whole lot freer. Now, whether you like the guy or not, Elon Musk is a doer. He gets things done. Twitter stock rallies again after Tesla chief Elon Musk is named to its board. And here we see Elon Musk is on the board for 24 hours, and we get what we've been asking for years. Twitter is about to get a lot better. Here we have Twitter announcing it's official. They're working on an edit button. This is something that they've been asked for ages, for eons, and just flubbed it. Did not even bother to listen to feedback while working on other things like NFTs in profile pictures. Nonetheless, they're working on an edit button. Now, an edit button needs to be carefully organized because you can't just make it so people can edit their tweets from ages ago. There needs to be limitations on the edit, like maybe you have an X amount of time to edit what you just said in case there was a typo or covfefe or something weird. And that will be that. Now, this comes after Jack Dorsey, the former CEO of Twitter, says recently, April 2nd, he says, the days of Usenet, IRC, the web, even email with PGP were amazing. Centralizing discovery and identity into corporations really damaged the internet. I realize I'm partially to blame and regret it. Jack Dorsey coming to grips with his role and why Twitter had become such a not so free space after all. After all, we can never forget that it was under Jack Dorsey's leadership censored the Hunter Biden laptop story, which is 100% true. Now, the story goes that for weeks, Twitter locked the New York Post out of their account until they would delete the story. Now, the New York Post would not delete the story because it was true. It was journalism, and it was their obligation as a journalistic entity to stick to their guns on this one. Now, anyone who posted links had those tweets suppressed. This went across all the platforms. Facebook and Twitter blocked posts. The post expose on Hunter Biden's files. Social media goes all in for the Dems on that one. And there's evidence that voters would have voted differently had they known about this story. Now, whether that changes the results of the election or not, this is integral to a free and open society, that people can get the information before they vote in elections. That's most important. Part of democracy is the democratization of news mitigation or news, getting the news out there. I'm really happy now, says Jack. I'm really happy that Elon is joining the Twitter board. He cares deeply about our world and Twitter's role in it. Parag and Elon both lead with their hearts, and they will be an incredible team. Now, Parag himself, Parag Agrawal, I don't know how to say that without sounding angry, has come under fire himself for his views on free speech. Twitter's new CEO, Parag Agrawal, previously rejected free speech in favor of a quote-unquote healthy public conversation. His words actually were, our role is not to be bound by the First Amendment, the First Amendment being the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, in ensuring free speech, that the government cannot hold any, deny people their free speech. Our role is not to be bound by the First Amendment, but our role is to serve a healthy public conversation, and our moves are reflective of things that we believe lead to a healthy public conversation, Agrawal said in a response to a question about protecting free speech as a core value and the role of the First Amendment. Now, a lot of people would criticize that. Here we have a representative from the United States saying, why on God's green earth Does the Taliban spokesperson have a active Twitter account, but not the former president of the United States? Whose side is the America-based big tech companies on? And yeah, we see here the former president, former number 45, account suspended, yet we have the official account of the spokesman of the Taliban. The Taliban is okay to be on Twitter. Now, these are lots of different cases of which decency and such content are not blocked on Twitter. They're fairly open to a lot of things, including people who are interested in children in obscene ways are allowed on the platform. Yet other people, it has seemed for a good amount of time that Twitter has really focused on people of differing political opinion. And that's generally what has been the case as of past several years. Now, Elon Musk's famous tweet here that got the ball rolling: free speech is integral to a functioning democracy. Do you believe Twitter rigorously adheres to this principle? Of course, 70.4% of 2 million people responding to this poll. I don't know who these people are. What, you think that Twitter really rigorously? Okay. Anyhow, overwhelming majority agreed that it does not adhere to the the principles of a functioning democracy, and that being free speech. And yes, Elon Musk bought in 9.2%, getting himself onto the board of directors. The memes don't stop. Yesterday, Bring Trump Back was trending, and a lot of different trends, a lot of funny ones, but here's one in particular that I enjoyed myself.
Oh my God. Oh, look at that. Holy smokes, man.
Too funny. Lots of fun. It doesn't matter what you think of other people. I believe that everyone has a right to express themselves and be heard in what is the de facto town square of the modern age on the internet. Elon Musk, I think, did the right move by buying into Twitter rather than trying to create his own platform. Other platforms have been created to marginal success, but the contemporary idea is that most people are on Twitter. They've been trying to push people of certain ideologies off the space, which is just creating an echo chamber. And then when those same people move to other platforms, we've seen it becomes echo chambers on other platforms. So rather than separating people, let's bring people together. Let's air our ideas. Let's get them out there. And, the best ideas will come to the top and the worst ideas will fall to the bottom. And that's kind of the concept there. Talking to people you disagree with, it can be frustrating, but in the end, it's the most constructive practice that we see. Censorship is the worst practice that we've seen throughout history, and it's never led to anything good. So I'm going to leave it there. Comment down in the section down below on what you think about this whole situation. Should Elon Musk have bought another platform? Do you agree with his stance on buying into Twitter and changing it, reform from within? Let me know in the comment section down below, and we'll see you in the next video. Keep on trucking.